So this video is not gonna last very long. This video is in memory obviously of Moonbin from Astro, who passed away yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 days ago. Uh, they say due to suicide, but it's probably because of that, since he was alone at home and they found him dead. So that's probably the reason. And also, I think this thing always reminds us that suicide is not that uncommon in a country like Korea. If you look at the statistics and everything. But you know, as a fan right now, I've been a fan since 2012, 2013. So I would say that this is the fifth or the fourth idol I've seen do this. I know all people that I either grew up with or obviously not directly, but as a fan, right? And in the case of Mumbai specifically, um, I mean, it's hard, right? So imagine, I think for a lot of fans, it's hard to imagine a situation like this. You grow up being a fan of this idol, you always see them smile, you always see them happy, and then this happens. Um, it's hard, it's very hard, but I think this kind of humanizes this. It sets us in. I think maybe it's wrong, but this type of situation makes us understand that these people are humans. That I think as a community we should fight to make sure that the idols that we see them are is in a humane way. Let's stop putting them on a pedestal. Stop thinking they're perfect. Let's stop demonizing them if they make a mistake, even if it's a big mistake. Everybody makes mistakes in life. I'm not saying don't hold them accountable, but to treat them like they're dogs if they do a mistake, or like they're gods if they never make one. It's a problem for me. It's always been a problem, and obviously we don't know what caused Mumi to make this decision. I've seen a lot of people like speculate, or it's because he entered the industry when he was young, or because the entertainment world is difficult, or we don't know. I mean, depression is a very complex thing, and to assume that the reason why he did that is as simple as you entered this early, or you're unhappy because people don't like you. It's a very simplistic way of looking at things. You know, you look at people like Robin Williams. Like Chester Bennington. These people were beloved worldwide. You know, and yet they did make the same decision as well, right? So it's sad. I think it's sad for the industry. As I say, every time something like this happens, it's bad. It's a reminder that, again, as I said, we should treat them more as humans. I always thought that this trend of fourth generation idols of not really speaking with fans, they don't really like, they're sheltered, because now if they make one more mistake, they get killed. If they say one thing out of place, they get killed. If they interact with an idol in a different way, they get killed. It's very, very hard, I think, for them. And I think we should just grow up. I think this is a situation that should realize it's time to grow up, because people can tell me as much as they want that you know fans are getting older, and I think to a certain extent that's true. But I think also a lot of fans are keeping the same mentality they had when they were teenagers. So grow up a little bit, change your mind, and I think it's important also to celebrate what Astro was able to achieve, because people forget Astro came from a very small company. What's company name I always forget? Um, Fantasia, obviously, right? They were a very small company. They grinded it out early on in 2016. I remember they were appearing in every show. Like, I remember Sana, MJ, Jinjin were appearing everywhere to make sure. Obviously, Onwa, right? They were appearing on television. They were trying to push the group as much as they could. Think about it, right? Onwa decided to stay. So he could have left. He could have done other things individually. It's not uncommon, really, for smaller groups to do so, and yet he stayed strong with them all this time, to really make the group grow, right? And when there was that, um, let's say, third resurgence of K-pop in 2018, 2019, thanks to BTS, Astro really did the best of it. They were able to take it, mold it, and become a staple group in the industry. So it's a sad day, but I think unfortunately these unfortunate and tragic events remind us that these people that we look to and we enjoy their stuff, everything, they're humans. And I don't think we really stepped into the right direction these last five, I mean, I would say 10 at this point, but I would say 5 or 6 years as an industry, where I feel like when I got into K-pop, what made K-pop really interesting to me was how the idols were actively trying to interact with the fans through other things. Where I feel like now we're reverting to that style of like classic American style of entertainment, where these people are so far above us, they're so different than us, they're so ahead, that surprisingly they create even more of a toxic fan base and a toxic environment, I think, for the artist and for the community. I don't know why we did that, honestly. I don't know what happened in the process, but yeah, these are just my like free thought. I didn't really prepare anything. You know, after Sully, after Goat, after Jonghyun, now him, it's pretty hard for me to accept, I think. But it also showcased that, you know, it doesn't matter what you have, it doesn't matter how much you gain, how rich you are, it doesn't matter how good looking you are, it doesn't matter how popular you are, how talented you are. If you don't have your mental health, you have nothing. So again, I think this is also a way to remind people: check your mental health, make sure your mental health is good, and because without that, you can't really enjoy life in a meaningful way, in my opinion. So this was it, and see you with another video next in this couple of days, I guess.